I grew up to Ladies and gentlemen, close your eyes momentarily. Transporting yourselves back to the year 1987. To ease you on this journey, let me remind you of some of the events that happened in that year. Stephen Roach rode to victory in the Tour de France. Patrick Swayze strutted in Dirty Dancing. And America is engulfed by yellow fever when the Simpsons make their debut appearance. Now open your eyes and come back to reality. In March 1987, Ita and Peter McGuire announced their expected arrival of their second born in September that year. Later that year, I arrived, but it was clear from the beginning that I would defy the expectations. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, even before a child is a fully formed fetus, far greater expectations than those in Charles Dickens' novel Great Expectations are placed upon a child. It was clear that I would defy these expectations from the get-go. I was born at 1:35 on October 12, 1987. 13 days late, weighing 8 pounds, 13 ounces. My poor mother, I hear he said. And once again, it was clear that there would be a delay. It was expected that I would reach the significant and key milestones at a similar age to my older brother or my peers. However, it was 14 months before I learned how to crawl, 18 months before I learned how to walk, and 36 months before I completed my first full sentence. At 5 years of age, I was diagnosed with dyspraxia, D-Y-S-P-R-A-X-I-A, or developmental coordination disorder, a condition which basically delays, limits, and reduces the development of one's brain. One's coordination and sequencing skills can also be affected. Famous dyspraxics include the scientist Albert Einstein, the actor Daniel Radcliffe, and the chanteuse Florence Welch. Shortly after starting school at the age of 5, I entered the first grade. Our teacher, Miss Jones, softly said to the pupils, "Boys and girls, what do you want to be when you grow up?" I waved my hand enthusiastically until I was selected to state my answer. Miss, I want to be a clown." Now, despite being a Libran, I lacked balance at the best of times, and my juggling ability was so poor that the only thing I would catch during PE was headlights. All these years later, I absorbed the Toastmasters humour as much as the next person. After all, where else do you have clowns to the left of you, jokers to the right, stuck in the middle with you? When I was 7 years old, a major partition took place in my life after entering the 4th grade. No, I'm not referring to Charles and Diana. No, I'm not referring to Robbie and Even Take That. I'm not even referring to when Fraser left the bar, where everyone knew his name, to further his career. I'm referring to when the boys in my class went to one school and the girls went to another. As part of the introductions and initiations in our new school, our teacher, Mr. Murphy, sternly said, "Lad, what do you want to do when you grow up?" Once again, I put my hand up enthusiastically in the air and waited impatiently until I was selected to give my answer. Sir, I want to be a chef in my own restaurant." By this age of 7, I had already created countless culinary creations. My brother, who was 2 years my senior, Colin, often quipped that if indeed I did actually have my own restaurant, I should call it BFL. BFL, I pondered. What does that mean, older brother? I knew it would be one of his one-liners, but nothing preferred from him saying, "BFL, that stands for Bird Food Limited." All these years later, like our topics master tonight, I still enjoy cooking and watch cooking programs. Fortunately, I do keep my clothes on, unlike some individuals in sleeping bags and Jamie Oliver. So yes, I still enjoy cooking to this day. But honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I would rather have 4 Michelin tires on my car than a single Michelin star on my wall. Upon entering first year in secondary school, our teacher, Mrs. Thompson, once again asked the class what she wanted to be, this time when we left school. Miss, I stated my answer enthusiastically. I want to be a president. At this age, I was infatuated by the Kennedys. But rather than being inspired by JFK's foreign policy, I was more inspired by his internal relations with a Miss Marilyn Monroe, allegedly. All these years later, the only role of president that I see myself having is that of a Toastmaster club. But ladies, if anyone's queuing up to audition to be my first lady, please form an orderly queue over here next to the melee trying to escape through the fire exit. That would be greatly appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, why is it that we put great expectations on our young people? Why do we expect them to be like their parents, their siblings, or their peers? In 2012, I joined Dundalk Toastmasters, an organisation which can enhance and improve one's communication skills, potentially. And this broadened my view on what it is like to be in society. Why should I conform to what society expects of me? Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests, in the words of Oscar Wilde, be yourself, everyone else is taken. Contest chair.